9933. Good to see you.
Good to see you,
I have the feeling we're going to talk about orchids here today.
Well, I did get a call about repotting, and I said that you could begin to think about it. It's a little bit, if your orchid is blooming, don't do it now. Wait until you don't shock it while these buds are developing and so on. But obviously, this one is just in the right state for a new pot.
Yeah, a little root ball in there.
And they're usually a little bit brittle, but this one's not too bad. And if you get a container, thank you, with little holes in the side, that will mimic growing on the side of a branch. So you just gently ease them in.
And you don't put soil in there.
You do not put soil in there because that would cause them to rot. So you get this orchid bark. And you just fill in around the orchids with this bark material.
Okay, very pretty flowers today.
Spring.
It is spring. Let's get to the phones. We'll start with Alina from Beloit. Hi, Alina. What's your question?
My husband and I are at odds with this. Last year we had planted tomatoes along the side of our back porch, and it gathered tons of mosquitoes and bugs. And I read that sage and lavender and thyme planted around would keep mosquitoes at bay, and I thought about transplanting our tomatoes to another part of our yard and putting those plants there instead, and my husband doesn't think it's going to help.
Okay, does this spot where you had the tomatoes, is there sun there?
All day.
Yeah, full sun.
Yes,
Full
it
sun.
faces the south and all the way until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, well, since the tomatoes get much taller and are very leafy, they're going to harbor a lot more mosquitoes than those shorter little herbs and things. I don't know how effective they are in deterring mosquitoes. There are certain things that they don't like, something that's highly scented, I've read. So, but I would move the tomatoes away and have those smaller herbs next to the house.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, Clint in DeForest. Hi, Clint. What's your question?
Hi, Clint. Geez.
You're Clint.
Hi. I have several grape arbors and actually producing wine grapes, Marquette to be specific. I'm wondering if it's too late to do my winter trimming.
Okay, what will happen, you probably, with these cool nights and warm days, they're like maples. They're going to exude sap. But it's not too bad. But much better than April. Hopefully you can do it fairly soon.
So now would be the time.
Yes, do it now.
All right. Leonard in Friesland. Hi, Leonard.
Good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My question is garlic. Are there different types, and what is the best type to grow in Wisconsin?
Oh, you've got a real wonderful array of garlics that work in Wisconsin. When we have garlics available later in the season, we must have 25 different types. So depending upon what your preference is, if you like something stronger, if you like a milder garlic, they all work in Wisconsin.
It's a good garlic country.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's check out Doris from Mount Horeb. Hi, Doris.
Hello, hi.
What's your question?
I'm wondering why the ends of the spider plants always turn brown.
Yes, that is a very common problem with that plant. Sometimes it's salt buildup. I think that plant just does that. That's the way it sort of ages. But if you could make sure that there isn't any white residue on the top of the pot, and then let a lot of cold water wash through it and leach all those salts out. And if you can use rainwater, that's a real good way to do it, and don't use softened water.
Okay, Cindy from Watertown. Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your question?
I was wondering, I have this big lilac bush. It's sort of turned into a whatever. When can I cut it down?
Okay.
Prune a lilac bush.
Okay, did she say it's sort of turning into a tree? When that has happened and they aren't coming off with new suckers, if you prune that down to the ground, most likely you're not going to have regrowth. If it's out in full sun and there's some reserve, it might send up new shoots, but perhaps she doesn't like the way it looks and it's time for a new plant.
All right, we're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda will talk to you off the air. You're off to the Amazon. Have fun with the mosquitoes.
Thanks,
Linda. Chris has one final check of the